going on, guys? Welcome back to Make It or Break It Monday. Man, today I am talking about something that's so important that we forget about it every single day. Today I'm talking to you about speaking. Yeah, something as basic as what I'm doing to you guys right now can so easily be transferred or translated in a different way when someone actually listens to you or when you actually speak to somebody. So I want you guys to remember these 5 things that I recently heard when listening to a podcast that really stood out to me and got me thinking about how am I actually communicating to other people? How are they perceiving it? And what is going on to help me be more effective when I'm actually talking to somebody? And the first one is person, just that. Who are you actually speaking to? So think about that. Who is actually going to be receiving your message? Yeah, maybe it's somebody on your team, or you're doing a one-on-one, or maybe you're talking to your boss. You wouldn't speak the same way to a friend that you would probably speak to your boss, right? Some scenarios, I know it's probably some crossover there, but think about it. Just the language you use, the tone you use, the energy that you have, it's a little bit different, right? And when you think about that, the person that you're speaking to, you also want to think about, number 2 is the problem. What are you actually trying to address? What are you trying to solve? How do you want your words to actually be received and interpreted by that person? Because your words are so valuable, but words leave a lasting impression on every single conversation. And there's a lot of scenarios where you may not think something is as important as it is to the person receiving it, but it means all the world to them. And in a negative sense, maybe there's something that you say that stands out to that person or is interpreted another way, and then someone ends up being upset, or maybe they're just kind of cold to you moving forward and you really don't understand why. So realize that the person that you're speaking to and the problem you're trying to solve leads into number 3. What is their perspective? What perspective do you want them to take when you're communicating with them? Because the perspective you have of them receiving it and the perspective they have of receiving your message can be 2 completely different things. So as you start to have that conversation, think about, where is that person receiving my message from and how will they interpret it? Because as you work through number 3, you really start to think about number 4 is, what's my plan or process that takes me through that with that person and allows them to actually understand me in that way. Okay? So as you're breaking this down, as you're having conversations, that's really important. And the last one is, what's the promise? What are you actually trying to promise? What are you actually trying to deliver? What do you want the final outcome to be? And take all of those things, the person, the problem, the perspective that they have, the plan or process you're going to use to make sure you get your point across, and the promise to actually drive towards that end result. You guys have to remember, more important than anything is your intent. You have to serve from a place of value, right? You want to be able to specifically have that conversation and really help somebody out. So remember those 5 P's: person, problem, perspective, plan and process, and what's your promise to actually get it done. So hopefully you guys take this message, something so basic that we overlook all the time, use it in our upcoming conversations, one-on-ones with your boss and whoever, but use it to be effective. Have a great week, guys.